Friday! I'm reading from a book that was given to me by one of my coaching friends whom I get to meet in less than a month. I've never met her, yet I speak with her on a daily basis. I'm so excited to do that. Let's talk about something that 112 million people in the United States deal with by taking medication. That's crazy. Let's talk about stress for a moment. Stress is basically what your mind is thinking. So stressful thoughts are brought upon by what our mind is thinking, and then our body in turn reacts physically to that stress. You can't fill a cup with it and say, here's stress. You can't catch stress from another person. It's not contagious. It's not something that walks up to you and says, here I am, now you be stressed. It's in our head. Stress are the thoughts. Stress is brought upon by the thoughts in our head, and then our body physically reacts to stress. There's only people thinking stressful thoughts. It's really as simple as that. When you change the way you process the world around you will change, and the way that you process everything changes. So I want to talk about stress for a minute because there are ways to reduce stress. But let's talk about what stress actually can do to our body. If we think stressful thoughts all the time, we can cause indigestion, we can cause constipation, we can cause nervousness, we can bite our nails, we can have insomnia, we can eat more, we can be anxious and irritable and panic and moody, and we can have memory lapses. We can physically harm our bodies through stressful thoughts. So the good thing is that we can do things to reduce the stress. Number one, first and foremost for me, is exercise. Exercise reduces stress no matter what. For me, everybody's different, but find what works for you and then capitalize on that, because that in turn can help you reduce your stress. Another thing that helps me is to write things down and get them off of my plate in my head and put them onto my plate on paper. So you become what you think about all day long, right? If you're thinking negative thoughts all day long, if you're thinking thoughts in the negative way, then your brain's going to believe it, your body's going to believe it, and that's what happens. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm so stressed, I'm so overwhelmed, I have so much to do, well, guess what? Your body's going to tense up, and you're going to think in your head, I have so much to do, I'm so stressed, and then you're going to act that way. But if you think in your head, I have a lot to do, but let me get out a piece of pen and paper, and let me write down 20 things that I have to do today, then your body's going to react in that way, and it's going to be more calm. If you're thinking, I never have enough time in the day, there's just not enough time in the day to do everything that I want to do, then your body's going to react in that way, and your body's going to say, I never have enough time in the day, and I'm going to stress out, and I'm going to just say, well, it's no good, I don't have enough time in the day. But if you think, okay, I have 8 hours in this waking day right now before I have to do this and that, I'm going to take a pen and paper and I'm going to write down my top 3 priorities, and I'm going to focus on those. And then once I get those done, I'm going to go to my next top 3 priorities and I'm going to focus on those. All right, if you are thinking to yourself, I have so much on my mind, I have so much work to do, I have to make money, I have to pay the bills, I have to do this, I have to do that, then that's how your body's going to react. But simply changing your behavior and changing the way that you think is going to help tremendously. So here's my challenge for you today. Start changing the thoughts that come into your head from the negative to the positive. So anytime you hear a negative thought or feel a negative thought coming into your head, flip it around and see how you can make it positive. Flip it around, make a sticky note, and say, instead of saying, oh, I have so much weight to lose, I'm feeling so gross, flip it around and say, my body feels so good when I do this. My body feels so good when I eat healthfully. Flip it around and say that, because your body starts believing it. Your mind doesn't know what's truth and what's not, doesn't know what's reality and what's thought in your head, but it knows that it believes what you keep telling it. So if you can change what you keep telling that thought in your head, that brain will start to believe it and your body will start to physically react. So every time a negative thought comes in, say, no, you are not coming my head. I'm going to flip that around. I'm going to make a sticky note and I'm going to put it somewhere where I visibly see it. And I'm going to say, I feel very calm, instead of, I feel so stressed. And you're going to say, I feel very calm. And then you're going to take a pen and paper and write down all the things you have to do. And you're going to start at square one. All right, guys, that might have been all over the place, but hopefully one little thing resonates with you and that you can reduce stress by just a tiny bit. Different ways I like to reduce stress: working out. Number one, first and foremost, eat healthfully, take a bath with Epsom salt, read, meditate, go for a walk, go for a hike, be in nature. Nature itself can help reduce stress. Isn't that cool? So find things that work for you, make a list of what you have to do, and make it a great day. All right, guys, happy Friday. I'm on to do my workout.